Hi, my name's Fiona and this is my colleague Noelle, and today we're going to talk to you about Island Reads. Now, Island Reads is a public libraries initiative in partnership with Healthy Island, and our aim is to get island reading. Reading is such a fun, relaxing thing to do, and people do it for many different reasons. You have to sometimes go to school and you have to read, which can seem sometimes a bit boring and pointless. You go then maybe on to college, where you learn something that you need for your future employment. And when you are really lucky to be able to just read for the sheer enjoyment of it. I personally read mainly for enjoyment. I love cooking, so I am always looking at cookbooks. I love history and sport. So even reading the newspaper for me to find out what's happening, especially in the Winter Olympics at the moment, I really love it. So Island Reads, we would love everyone to pledge on Friday the 25th of February to squeeze in a read. What that means is that whether you read for 1 minute, 10 minutes, an hour, doesn't matter how long as you pick up a book or even listen to a book, an audio book, and just sit back, take some time for yourself, take some time with your family, and enjoy a read. Now, today I'm going to pass you now to Noelle, who's going to talk about some of her favourite books.
Absolutely, and it doesn't really matter what you're reading, Fiona, does it? As long as you're reading something, as you say, it can be a newspaper. So I have got two of my favourite books here, and they are both junior non-fiction books. Because I also, well, they're kind of like picture books, which I love, but also they've got lots of facts in them too, which is great. So the first one is Actual Size, and this is written and illustrated by Steve Jenkins. So on the blurb on the back, it says, "Just how big is a crocodile? What about a tiger? Or the world's largest spider? Can you imagine a tongue that is 60 centimeters long, or an eye that is bigger than your head?" That belongs to the octopus, I think. Anyhow, this book has loads of facts and figures, but sometimes the facts and figures don't tell the whole story, and that's why this book illustrates animals, both large and small, at their actual size. So the reason I chose this book is I've used it a couple of times for class visits when we've had classes come into the library, and the kids just love it. I mean, look at this image here, and this is the great white shark. And as it says, this is too close. You're too close to this. The other one that the kids all love is here. This is the hands. So here you have the hand of the gorilla, and then also over here you have the pygmy mouse, lemur. They both have hands like humans, but look at the size of this here. Oh my God, it is huge. And the boys and girls, when they come in, they just love putting their hands up to compare, their hands with the gorilla hand. And some of these images are so big that we need to spread out the pages. So check out that frog. I mean, it's like the size of a kitten or something. It's unbelievable. And then, at the back of the book, we have all these facts. And you can learn a bit more about the animals then. So not only is it fun, but it's educational as well. And like I say, I've used it with class visits, and it has never failed to entertain the children. Okay. Will I go ahead with my second one?
Absolutely, that'd be great.
Okay. So, again, this is a nature book, a non-fiction book, and it is called Slow Down. Bring calm to a busy world with 50 nature stories. And it's written by Rachel Williams and illustrated by Freya Hartis. And again, I'll just read the blurb at the back here. All around us, nature is working wonders. Every day, hour by hour, magical transformations happen right in front of you. But it's not always easy to see them. Now, this book is fabulous. It's suitable for all ages. It's got beautiful illustrations, but it also has scientifically accurate facts. So it'll, it's also suitable for the kind of older kids, and so you can read it as a lap book, with your child, or it's also suitable just to give to the older ones who are able to read themselves. Like I say, the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. The detail is pretty unbelievable. We're going to go to this page, and this is a spider making his web. And the next one I want to show you is a shooting star lights up the night sky. And again, the images are fabulous, and shooting stars are extremely fast, reaching speeds of over 190,000 kilometers per hour. So that's an example of the little facts that are in here that are good. And the last one that I want to show you is a game of cat and mouse. Cats may look cute and cuddly, but they are natural hunters. Almost from the day it is born, a kitten is taught by its mother how to spot the tiniest movement of a mouse using its amazing eyesight. But a mouse has its own defences, helping it stay alert to a pouncing cat. And then we have the whole story, and we have to find out, does the cat get the mouse at the very end? So, after you read this book, you can go outside and explore and see what you find when you take the time to slow down.
Noelle, you sometimes forget that books impart such interesting facts in a fun way. Yeah. And I think with the illustrations as you've shown them, it just makes whether a child can't read because they love the illustrations, the older children and the adults. You always learn something new, which is fabulous.
I actually love this book as well. And I've read some of the reviews, and you'll see lots of reviews where the adults say that they get as much out of the book as they do for the children that they're maybe reading it to.
And I think that's so important to have family books and books that the whole family enjoy. That it's not, now obviously you will always have books that are children's or adults, but some books where everyone can get round and talk about.
Cross-generational.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And it's all the things that are happening in the world around us. The little things and the little moments, but they're not actually that little.
No. Oh, fabulous. Oh, well, thank you for those, Noelle. They were great. The first book I'm going to pick is again junior non-fiction, and I think you'll find that both me and Noelle have picked 3 books that are non-fiction for children because we enjoy them as much. And I think when adults can enjoy a book, they can literally impart that enjoyment, show the enjoyment to children, and children then will pick up on, wow, look at those fun facts. I've picked History Dudes, Ancient Egyptians. Now, History Dudes have a whole range. These are done by DK, and the author and illustrator here is by Rich Kandu. Now, what he has done in this book is taken a history subject, the Egyptians, and he has used mainly infographics to show their history. So again, pictures, illustrations that will impart knowledge. And I think this is such a good way to teach adults and children, because infographics are everywhere, facts that sometimes are quite hard, especially if there's a lot of facts to absorb. This book itself, I mean, I love it. They talk about how the Egyptians used to party, and you look at it and you see they're eating and they're dancing and they're playing instruments. They have a section on fashion, and it is called Dude Fashion and Dudette Fashion. And it shows all their different wigs and all the different accessories they wear with their togas and their robes. It talks about how they would go to the doctors and obviously their health care. And when you think about it, if you gave me a book with some paragraphs on how the Egyptians looked after their health, it may not interest me, but looking at these illustrations and the infographics, you can pick up immediately how they went and did their doctors. And the last one I'm going to show you, because I think it is very apt, is Scribe School. This is their lettering, their form of communication. So it's our alphabet, it's R, A to Z. And it shows all the different ones that they use in the hieroglyphics, I'll probably say that wrong, on their pyramids and on their ancient carvings when they did it. Now, I was lucky enough to go to Egypt a couple of years ago, and I can tell you, when I came back, I looked at this book and I learned so much of what I saw. And I remember someone saying to me, "Why are you looking at the children's books?" And I said, "Because it shows me the information in an easy, fun way." So I really enjoyed that. And again, they do a full range. So they do Greek, they do the wars. So there's a whole range of the history dudes. So I really enjoyed that. Now I'm going to break with our way, and I am going to talk about one of my favourite authors and books, and it's Winnie the Pooh. Now, who doesn't like Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne?
Yeah.
The reason I picked up this book to share with you today is because it is a book that just, the story is as good when I was a child as it is for children now coming and picking Winnie the Pooh. Everyone loves Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, everybody. And I think there's something about stories that stand the test of time that are just as good when we were young, and even probably farther back than that, like The Owl and the Pussycat, that just you can pick up and children can read and just get such enjoyment as much as we did when we were young. And I think being able to share with a child when children come into the library, and you go, "Have you tried to read Winnie the Pooh or Paddington Bear or Enid Blyton?" And they get such joy, and they look and go, "You read this when you were a child?" And I know it was a long time ago since I've been a child, but yes, we read these and we love them, and we are still stocking them on our shelves in the library. And I think that is just testament to a good story is just that, a good story.
Yeah, and that's the kind of book too that you know, because you're sharing it generation after generation, you're
Absolutely.
creating memories as well,
Yeah.
and you associate the memories with the book.
Yes.
But it's about sharing, reading together,
Absolutely.
yeah, and talking about the stories that you've read.
Indeed.
Yeah, great choices, Fiona.
Thank you very much, Noelle.
So that's our book choices for Ireland Reads, and we just want to remind you again to go to the Ireland Reads website to pledge some time to read on February the 25th. You can always pop into your local library, Donegal Libraries, and you can go onto our website either to check out all the resources that are available there. And as Fiona mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be an actual physical book. You can also check out our range of ebooks and e-audio books, which are available via BorrowBox. So I'm going to just finish off by saying to squeeze in a read.
Oh, absolutely. The 25th of February. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.